Well, guess what? It's my birthday today, and I have had my prayer granted. I asked for a bit of respite the other day. I said, please grant me some peace. And guess what? I'm in a little log cabin, which I prayed for. I've been visualising for a long time, and I couldn't have asked for a better scenery. I'll turn you around, you can see it. As far as the eye can see, all the way up there, and all the way over there, and it's just perfection. Couldn't have asked for better. Now, Lord, I know I don't own this. I don't own anything like that. But it would be lovely if I could just have a little piece of it. Or of my very own. So that I can help heal people. How gracious is the Lord, eh? God of heaven and earth. Just listen to the birds. So if you don't believe in prayer, I'm sorry, but you know, it does work. I don't necessarily want to, you know, have more stuff and things about me in my life. I have enough things. I have enough good people coming into my life now. I have to be discerning. I have to have my eyes open. And if that land ever comes up for sale, I'd like to buy it. You know, be guardian of it. Don't know what to say. I'm just overawed by the beauty of this place. I know. I stayed here the first 2 nights in my van, as you know, and it wasn't very pleasant because the van was parked over a damp spot, and I think somehow my phone and my laptop have been ruined because of that, because they're not working very well, which means therefore I cannot upload any videos. But I'm sure 24 hours in a dry space might sort them out. I came on this course. I've had 1 day of it, and it was really interesting. But as with all humans, there's us, it's chickens. Oh no, it's pheasants. Pheasants. As with all humans, they always ask questions that I feel I don't want to answer, because I get overwhelmed because of the sadness of my situation, and the grief that I'm feeling. I look at this and I think you can't have any troubles out here, but you do. You always take your troubles with you wherever you go, so this is where you need to enter your mind. I hope they come past too. I look at those lorries travelling through the countryside over here, and I know that there's a main road over there, but I think it shouldn't be allowed. And that's me talking. So what do the elite think? They don't want us in the countryside. Apparently there's loads planned for this, and it's such a shame because I really don't want any of this to be touched, and I'm pretty sure the Welsh don't either. Well, I'm damn sure that they don't. Oh, my alarm's going off. Can you see him? Just beyond the bin. And she's coming out there. Oh, toot. Hello. Hello, chickadees. You stay here. You stay here, nobody can shoot you. Lovely. I think my kettle's boiling. I brought my own little bag with me, rubbish, for the rubbish. So, the only thing is, it said there's a cool box. Did I see a cool box in here? Oh, I think it's outside, isn't it? I swear, I'll show you outside in a minute. But you've got to remember the number. Got a key. It's just like the army system. I'm doing all this one-handed. I think I'm at the front now. Little buggers. Can you hear them? What a wonderful place for them to live, eh? Anyway, let's take you outside. I think they've gone from here now. I don't want to disturb them. They're there. Hello. Am I disturbing you? Well, I've only got one chance at this morning. Just look at it. Oh, it makes my heart sing. Sing, as in S-I-N-G. Sing aloud to the sound of music. Right, last night I chose to come into a cabin instead of sleeping in my van. The past 2 nights I've slept in my van, and I asked him if I could book one for a couple of nights, and he said that there was one available, so that's lovely. So I'm in one. Oh, don't fly away, I just turned you around. It's just so lovely being here. Oh, and this doesn't fall down there because I'll have to go into the stinging nails to go and get it. Anyway, I have spent last night in here, and it was a bit chilly, but I had my hot water bottle, so it made me feel cosy. And I could have put the log burner on, but I didn't really want to because that means cleaning it out. I don't want to do that. But recently, you may remember, I asked God for a bit of respite of all the crap I've been going through and feeling and experiencing. I just thought, I just can't take any more. So I booked on this course. I thought, get away from it. Learn something new. Refresh your skills that you have. And just get away and meet new people. So I'm here, basically in paradise. I asked, I had this vision of a log cabin in the woods with the beautiful scenery, and it's come true. So if you doubt it at all, then look at my experience here. They're lovely. I'll show you the log cabin, shall I? Have a look around. It's got a few of my bits and pieces in there, so don't worry about it, okay? First off, we have this scenery out here. I think that's just rubbish bin, I don't know. I don't think you do barbecues on that. And this is just perfect. And then if I step back, you see this little patio area. There's my tea. And then, got that in there. This is the cabin. Step back, there's tea. And the lights are powered by solar. So, if you look at the cabin next to me, which is quite hidden, you're quite far away from it. There's the other cabin. See the solar panel on the top? That, I don't know how it's getting light from that through the trees. That should be on the front really, shouldn't it? Or tipped up to get the sun in the evening. Because the sun goes down over there. And over there is where the toilets are, toilet and shower block, ablution block I should say. And see the little dark square there? It's not 2001 Space Odyssey block. What it is a little tuck shop. And it's got an honesty box in there, so it's open 24/7. You just go and pick what you want and put the money in the box. It's lovely. All this wood. Just imagine building that. Not going to be there forever though, is it? I don't know if it's been treated, but it's all very green. Let me grab my tea. Oh, another look at that view. Lovely. Anyway, we step inside. Ignore my stuff. Okay. That's my bed. I could have pulled it out last night, but I was a bit lazy. I was so tired. I just needed a good night's sleep. And that's the front door. Right, I'll take you out there in a minute. And then this is all the cooking area. So, yes, that's my meal for tonight. What have I got for tonight? Not the Pringles, that's when I slept. Super noodles and that, stirring. And I've got some vegetables over there. It's all processed stuff because I haven't got the time. And then last night I had that, which I'll probably have that for lunch today as well. And then I've got my tea stuff, and I bought my own little waste bag and something to dry up with. But I'm using all my own cutlery and crockery, but they provide that. They provide the crockery and the pots and pans. Nice teapot. And there's cutlery in there. But you have to know how to live off grid, because if you expect everything to be on hand, like automatic water, you have to know how to camp and live off grid specifically, because you have to fill that little one up with water and you have to empty that waste one up out, probably in the toilet block, I don't know where, but then that's how you do that. There are no electrical plugs in this building. There's those light switches, which I said before are powered by the solar panel. That's the, look at that. You can't even see anybody, can you? But you can see that white thing over there, that's my van. See it over there? That's the little parking area. So it's all very well done. And then in here is a little living room, come dining room, come sleeping room. You got your log burner in there, which I didn't use because basically I don't really want cleaning out. And here's lights. And then you've got you pull that table down to be flat. It's a bit like a caravan. And you use these to make another double bed if you want. I might try that tonight, but I like sitting at the table. You see, I bought my own little PowerOak generator in order to get power to the laptop because the battery's going flat, and to power up my phones, which are going flat too. So I had to get that out of the van. And you know, just get some power to the place. So I think that might be a car charger, you know. I don't know. Never said anything about that, but it looks a bit rusty to me. I don't know. But it's nice. It's very, very basic. It's functional. I personally would plan it another way. If I'll have to draw a picture, won't I? And show you how I would have it. But isn't that lovely? It's like I asked for this from God. I said, please give me a bit of respite. And in my mind I had a log cabin in the woods. It was beautiful scenery. And I thought, how on earth can you have that if you're in the woods? Can you have a beautiful scenery if you're in the woods? You can look at the woods, can't you? If you're in a log cabin in the woods. But you don't necessarily have beautiful scenery because you can't see it through the trees. But ask and it will be given. And it's my 60th birthday today. So, happy birthday, Kay. You know what, I can't believe I'm 60. I can't believe it. I can't believe I've done this. Shall I show you the front and the outside of it? Yeah. Let's go at the front. Okay. We go out here. The sun is rising up there. Don't know what's down here. Oh, there you go. That's your cool box and all your electric panel. It's just like the van, really. What's that? Oh, chalkboard for leaving messages. But there's no chalk. And I think this is where you get your logs. Oh, no, it's the bins. Ah, so. And that's your gas for your, what was that, butane. Right. It's hard to get people to put their rubbish in. Oh, put that frightened somebody. And there's the sun coming up. There's your log burner pipe coming up there. Oh, can I talk over this beautiful song? lovely. So, should say, come. So yeah, it's a bit of a mess for it. I'll take a photograph of it when I leave it. There's been some scrapes on the floor. That's nice. But you couldn't ask for better, could you? Well, I could. We could ask that I could own it. And you have to understand that this is off-grid, so you need to be able to live without your power things. You know, your hairdryer, your curling tongs or your straighteners, shavers, epilators, anything that you put on to anything like that, which is my PowerOak generator, which is what my laptop is charging up on. Then you have to learn to do that. But it's just perfect for me. Oh, a bird in the bush. It's just nice watching the wildlife. Looks like a little blue tit. She's odd because they usually fly around in pairs, see? Might be two sparrows. No, it's a blue tit, I think. A yellow breast and a blue head. I don't know why they call them tits. Strange, that. Oh, he is, doesn't he? Look at that. That's my scenery. That's my window out there. Oh dear. So, I don't know what's going to happen for my 60th year. But I hope we'll have more days like this. And I know that things are going to get difficult for people. People who live like this are going to be fine. And this is what I wanted 20 years ago. When I was with my then partner, we had a chance to buy 75 acres for £95,000 in Blair Gowrie. And he said he didn't want to travel back and forth to work from that place to do more work when he got home. I said, well, I'll work and you can stay here and work and build things while we, create this, but his heart wasn't in it. So, and since then I've been trying to find a piece of land somewhere. I never thought about buying a piece of woodland because I thought, you can't do anything on it, you can't live on it, you're only allowed to be on it for a certain number of days per year. But these people did it, and look what they've turned it into. It's beautiful. I mean, while I'm at Bill and Carol's, I can learn to live in those woods, get my tent out, cook outside, live frugally, learn about the plants. There's not a lot of time left to do all of that. Running out of time. The thing is, with this beautiful landscape, apparently it's going to be changed, and I'll show you how. You look at it, okay? You see those pylons? I don't know if you can see them. there, and it's the line going down across that front of that house, see, going right the way down there. But they come from up there. You see it up there? And then to that one just there, and they go down there. You think that that's an intrusion into the land, okay? There's going to be more of it in future. What they've got planned is massive electrical cables coming from a wind farm, which are not environmentally viable because each wind turbine is powered by diesel. A lot of people don't know that. The Welsh were a little bit upset, I can understand why. When over to the right of the picture, over there, there's a couple of valleys that have been filled with water, and that water is made into a dam to power Birmingham. There's also another area over there somewhere that was to power Liverpool. So the village that was there had to move out. I don't know how they got those people to move out, but they did. And can you imagine that? Can you imagine living somewhere for a lifetime, owning your own property in an area which you think is beautiful, and then the authorities coming along telling you you've got to move, and then filling it with water? Which, in theory, okay, people need power, but how on earth can they fill the Welsh valleys to power England? Hasn't England got enough spaces to do it? And I'm pretty sure there are pieces of land all over the place where you don't need to move people out of their homes. Oh, what happened there? Why didn't we hear about this? Again, the media. They just don't allow you to say anything. They don't allow you to know anything. And you can understand why the Welsh are so anti-English. But it's not the ordinary working man that's doing it. It's the people at the top, the ones who are making the money. The ordinary working man is just trying to scratch a living, feed his family, clothe his kids, and put a roof over their heads. I keep saying this. And you look at this paradise here. This isn't going to be paradise before long. The big men with the big money, or I should say the little men with the big money, are going to power on the way through here, ruin this landscape by digging it up, putting wind turbines in the place, and making money out of it. That's all they're doing, is making money while they can. I don't know how they're going to do it in a year. Do you think about this CBDC, central banking digital currency thing? I keep wondering why the rich people are not up in arms about it. You know, not the middle class, because they're basically gone anyway now. But you know, the landed gentry, the people who have earned all their millions from their digital businesses, those are the people who are going to lose out. The poor people are just going to stay the same, the way they are. They're going to be more restricted and controlled. They won't be able to do things if they don't have certain things. And with these 15-minute cities, they won't be able to travel abroad anymore, or even across the country. But the people who've got more than like £500,000, £1 million in the bank, that's not a lot in this day and age, but they are going to see the restrictions come tighter and tighter. And if you think that they're going to get away with it, you've got to be joking. Because the more and more control that these people at the very top of the pinnacle get, the more control they want. And they're recruiting bullies in the police. The armed forces will do as they're told, even though that they're supposed to be working for the people to protect the land. They're actually ruining it by not seeing the bigger picture, seeing that these people at the top are not towing the line, basically. They're just using the armed forces for their own benefit. They've got their own armies, basically. And they'll only feed you peanuts for as long as they need you. Whereas if you work for the citizens of the country, lads, then you'll have a beautiful world ahead of you. You work for them, and you continue saying, just doing my job, just following the orders. There won't be any job or any orders to follow soon. They'll end up like the rest of us. And everybody who's fighting against each other, think, who is making you feel like this? Who's making you think these thoughts? We're taught to hate each other because that suits them. Those big businesses, those WEF people. We know who they are now. There are secret people above them too. And they are just useful idiots too, but they don't even realise it, do they? You can see them all being thrown to the wolves now. Look at Nicola Sturgeon and her husband. She was onto a good thing, siphoning off all that money, thinking she was untouchable. But no. And this Rishi Sunak, before long, he'll be thrown to the wolves. He doesn't even realise it. He thinks he's untouchable. It's his wife and his family that are pushing this CBDC thing because they own it. And how on earth did we get into a situation where we have an Indian and a Pakistani being the leaders of the countries who are at war with each other, like Scotland and England? Do you remember what we did to Pakistan and India? Oh, they're not going to forget that. So they're trying to do the same to our country. So while we're going about our business, you think of that farmer in the field over there, and that little tractor there, doing his job. They're all being convinced now to earn money by taking a grant to plant trees instead of food crops. Dutch farmers have been, they think they've won a small victory. Yeah. We all need to stay vigilant. We don't need to relax. We've become too complacent. Land like this will not be yours to see if you don't do something now. Put a stop to this CBDC, whatever it is. central bank digital currency. Say no. If your local council will not listen to you, and if your little banks start closing, your post offices start closing, do something about it. Be like the Bank of Dave up in the northeast of England. Business people who are savvy and honest, hard-working, and want to invest in the community around you. Get to work now. See those cows running around in the field? Or they're black sheep. Be like that. Start moving now. Lift your head up from your grazing. Take your head out of the sand. It may feel too much of an effort, but get out there. Learn the common law. You have to do it now. Get into community groups. Hire a village hall and get people to come along. Put leaflets indoors. And just put all ideas into the pot. And then go to your councillors and say, if you don't do as we ask you to, or tell you to, then you're out of a job. You stop paying your community charges, your poll tax as it used to be called. And this applies to all of the countries of the world. Not just England, Scotland, Wales and Ireland. You know who the people are now. Don't just hide away and think, I'm alright, Jack. Because it'll come for you too. Build your community. And then don't isolate yourself in those communities. Make links to other communities. Know that we have a hard time ahead of us. There is work to be done. It's not going to be easy. We're going to have to start thinking outside the box, putting our egos aside and working together. Using the skills that are best suited to each person. Go back to the bartering system. I don't want this civilization to fail, because what we have now is beautiful, and if we could keep it like this, it'd be lovely. But to have this beauty around us, we have to fight for it. I don't mean going out with guns and knives or spears and killing each other. I mean protecting what is of value, and that doesn't mean just money. Money is worthless. You have to understand people. And if you psychopaths are listening and you want to have a good life, then you have to have the people who can feel, can empathise, and you can learn. You can be a good leader. But you have to have somebody who can feel beside you so that they can rein you in when you're going too far. And if you do that, then you'll keep everything that you've got. If you don't, you'll just end up like a pile of dust like everybody else. Well, we all end up that way anyway, don't we? It's just the manner in which it happens. So you look at this beauty, you listen to it, you go out into it and feel it. And ask yourself, is it worth fighting for? Do I want to keep this paradise? If so, how can I help? Ask. Don't be too proud to ask. Pride always comes before a fall. Don't shit on me.